You can see here trucks that are literally hauling away unused border wall materials. They're being hauled away from the Arizona border. You can actually see this happening. It's being taken north to a government auction site where bidding for an entire segment of wall starts at just $5. Again,
yes.
The goal here is just to
Yes, $5. And that gives me a sense of joy. So when it comes to making a informed decision, it is very important you have the tools or the information to make the best decision as possible. I mean, that's pretty common sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, if you have some sort of peanut allergy, you wouldn't just walk up into a grocery store and just buy whatever you want, however you want, and not do the research on some of the items that you might be purchasing. Because in a regular grocery store, around 10 to 25% of items have some sort of peanut ingredients in food items. Like, that's something that you need to be aware of. And once you're aware of that information, then you can make the proper decisions based off that information. Once again, it is weird to me that I got to explain this to grown individuals that should already know this. This is something that you grow up experiencing and figuring this out. But no, of course, and I'm pretty sure if you clicked on the thumbnail, you know we're talking about the biggest grifter out there, which is Ben Shapiro. He is upset that Joe Biden, which to me is a pretty funny move, is selling pieces of the border wall. But people are upset at that because of what? What is the border wall supposed to do? You let me know, and then I'm going to tell you statistics that back up my claim and say whatever bullshit that you're going to say is bullshit at that. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it. The number one way drugs enter the United States from Mexico is through official ports of entry via vehicles. Once again, vehicles are not climbing over walls. Vehicles are not going through walls. They're going through legal ports of entry. So once again, if we're presented with information, maybe we should use that information and build upon that. If you really are concerned about drugs being shipped through these ports of entry, I mean, that would be a good start. Since Trump has taken office and has decided to implement this wall, it has cost taxpayers money $15 billion. $15 billion. We're talking about Elon Musk and Vivek going into, the government to cut kind of the fat when it comes to spending. And this guy has the nerve to spend $15 billion on an incomplete wall that is supposed to do little to nothing in regards to immigration and drugs. Are you kidding me? You gotta be kidding me. I can't be the smartest guy in the room here. This is not how this should work. Once again, this is public information. But of course, the Republicans are supposed to be the party of intellectuals, facts over feelings. But lately, they've been lacking facts and a whole bunch of emotion. So let's go ahead and listen to Ben Shapiro all about his feelings, but not present any facts when it comes to the worthless trash border wall that Mexico was supposed to pay for. I haven't seen no check from Mexico, so I don't know. You tell me, Ben.
Apparently, Joe Biden has been racing to sell off parts of the border wall before they can be erected. Here's some of the report from our friends at the Daily Wire. You can see here trucks that are literally hauling away unused border wall materials. They're being hauled away from the Arizona border. You can actually see this happening. It's being taken north to a government auction site where bidding for an entire segment of wall starts at just $5. Again, yes. The goal here is just to
Yes, $5. And that gives me a sense of joy to a certain extent. Because once again, I don't give a damn about no damn border wall, okay? But it makes me kind of excited to see that. This is my second time seeing this, and I'm actually excited that Joe Biden is selling that piece of trash wall for $5 a pop. That, to me, is a bargain. you know, and to watch people like Ben Shapiro, who has no factual information in regards to why we need to spend $15+ billion more on a border wall, is hilarious to me. But let's take a listen and see his attempt to try that.
String the Trump administration from coming in and completing the actual border wall. One Border Patrol agent estimates up to half a mile worth of wall is being transported every single day away from the wall. It's insane. You can see this border wall lined up along the road, just stacked up along the road. Unreal. What exactly is the logic here? I mean, the logic can only be to hamstring the Trump administration's efforts to actually, build the wall. According to one...
Yeah, once again, what is the whole point of having the wall if the main points of drugs being ported into America is through legal with the L? Is that the correct way? With an L. Once again, Ben, you're supposed to be the intellectual one here, but you're lacking the intellectual part of it. But we gonna make it through this video, baby. Hey, we gonna make it. Come on, let's go.
One Border Patrol agent, they're taking it from 3 stations, Nogales, Tucson, and 3 Points. The goal is to move it all off the border before Christmas. The government contractor, DP Trucking LLC, is transporting the pieces of the wall north on Interstate 19 to Pinal Air Park in Marianna, Arizona, where it is being auctioned through Government Planet, a surplus government equipment auction marketplace. The agent said, quote, they just started taking all that wall that was not used, which is still totally good and usable, and they started taking it northbound. They're pulling it all off the border. Harold Lambeth, the owner of the trucking company, confirmed to the Daily Wire in a phone call his company is transporting the unused border wall sections north away from the construction sites. The auction website shows that sales occurred as recently as December 4th for precisely the types of material being pulled off the border. The bidding for each section of wall panels is set to begin at $5, according to the website. Representative Eli Crane, whose congressional district borders the Pinal Air Park where the material is being sold, said the Biden administration is purposefully hamstringing Trump before he takes office. He said they're well aware they shouldn't have reversed the construction of the border wall. If it's true, they're purposefully hamstringing an incoming president. It wouldn't be shocking. Why would they want to see President Trump succeed with policies they aggressively sabotage? An absolutely insane story. Trump is expected to...
Once again, Ben, you said nothing about the positives that came out of however percentage of the wall that's already there. Like, you're not presenting anything, which is my point. This wall is just a symbolic rhetoric of hatred towards brown people. That's it. It is producing nothing that is protecting anything. It's just all symbolic. And he knows that, because normally when he's going on to these rants, he will usually try to throw out something, somewhat of an argument. And he is lacking that. That's how I know this is all just a fun and show for him. And that's how people end up voting for a con man like Trump. Because they don't have no substance. They don't have no argument for, why the border wall? How much is it going to cost? Mexico's not going to pay for it. People didn't ask these questions. So now that $15 billion is already down the drain, and I'm pretty sure selling it for $5 a pop is not going to get you close to $15 billion. So once again, if we're all about small government and being conscious on how much government is spending, maybe leave welfare alone to people that actually need it and stop spending it on a pointless wall that is doing nothing. It's not even a beautiful wall. You know what I'm saying? At least make it look good if you're going to spend $15 billion on it. But of course, hey, we going to make it, baby.
To use an executive order to unlock the funds to restart construction of the border wall pretty much immediately. So it appears that the Biden administration is actively attempting to prevent the building of the border wall as sort of a final FU to Donald Trump as he enters office. Absolutely unbelievable stuff, but just another indicator of how badly Joe Biden has screwed up the country. Meanwhile, Joe Biden's foreign policy continues to be a complete scrap heap. It's awful. John Kirby, who is his national security spokesperson.
All right, and then he's going to start rambling about something else that doesn't matter, or he's just going to put his cute little spin on it to make it seem like he's the victim, they're the victim. We already know. But once again, guys, like, this is why it is important to have these serious conversations when it comes to solving an issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, once again, it feels like I'm teaching my kids all over again. Like, if you need to solve an issue, you need to understand the root, the origin of that problem. And once you do that, hey, you may not solve it, but you can damn near get close to it. And for example, you know, whatever, because I never left the country. I seen the border like a few years ago, but whatever it takes to secure the ports of entry from Mexico into the United States, whatever technology, whatever extra law enforcement, whatever the case is, utilize the money for that instead of a wall. I mean, I don't know, call me crazy, but it just feels like it's a lot of dumb assness going on in these conversations, and people are just okay with that. But hey, if you guys think I'm wrong on anything I said in this video, let me know in the comments down below, or if you do agree, let me know in the comments down below, or hit that Discord button so me and you can have that one-on-one talk. And like always, let's have that conversation.